Quintus Caecilius Metellus Macedonicus was a praetor in 148 BC, consul in 143 BC, proconsul of Hispania Citeria in 142 BC and censor in 131 BC. He was the oldest son of Quintus Caecilius Metellus and grandson of Lucius Caecilius Metellus, a brilliant general. He fought in the Third Macedonian War and played a pivotal role in the Fourth. Under his leadership in 148 BC, when still a praetor, the Roman troops twice defeated Andriscus, a self-proclaimed pretender to the Macedonian throne who claimed to be son of Perseus, last king of the Antigonid dynasty. Andriscus had risen against Rome, intending to liberate Macedonia with an army recruited from Thrace. Under Metellus' authority, Macedonia was reduced and made a Roman province. For that he won his ignominy and since then introduced the Clipers Macedonicus in his family's medals. In 147 BC, he defeated Critolaus of Megalopolis at the Battle of Scaphaea, and in 146 BC the Arcadians at Chaeronea, but Metellus was then sent to fight in the Achaean War, to avenge an insult offered to a Roman embassy at Corinth. He fought under the command of consul Lucius Mummius Achaicus, whose ultimate victory in the war against the Achaean League delayed Macedonicus from celebrating immediately the honors of the triumph which his success at the Battle of Scaphaea merited. On his return to Italy, he received the honor of a triumph and the title of Macedonicus. He then built at the Campus Martius a portic of Caecilius, which later became the portic of Octavius. He also built two grandiose temples, one dedicated to Jupiter and the other to Juno. These were the first marble temples in Rome, ornamented with equestrian statues of the various generals of Alexander brought by him from Greece. In 143 BC, when consul, he campaigned against the Celtiberians and Viriathus in the Iberian Peninsula. He defeated the Celtiberians in northern Spain and reduced him to obedience. In 133 BC, he gave a speech attacking Tiberius Gracchus regarding that tribune's plan to bypass the traditional prerogative of the Senate and keep the vast fortune of the recently deceased Italus III of Pergamum under the control of the plebeian assembly. Italus had bequeathed his kingdom to the people of Rome. Metellus was elected censor in 131 BC, boldly pledging to halt the growing degradation of Roman custom. In a speech which he delivered at his appointment, he proposed that matrimony was to be mandatory to all citizens, in order to put an end to the libertinage then already widespread. A century later, Augustus caused this speech to be read at the Senate and published as an edict for the knowledge and regeneration of the Roman people. His moralizing efforts awakened strong popular opposition, led by the tribune Gaius Saturninus Labio Materio, whom he had previously expelled from the Senate. He was almost killed by the mob on the Tarpeion Rock. Later there were some disagreements between him and Scipio Aemilianus, but he never lost sight of the merit of this adversary, whose death he mourned, ordering his sons to transport Aemilianus' body to the crematory pyre. Celebrated for his eloquence and his taste for the arts, he died in 116 BC. 115 BC. He was generally respected as the paradigm of the fortunate Roman, for from an illustrious birth he united all manner of civil and military honors, and left a large family of 4 sons, of whom one was then consul, 2 had already been and 1 would be soon. His 2 sons-in-law, Publius Cornelius Scipio Nasica Serapio and Gaius Servilius Vatia, would also attain the consulship. He was the father of Quintus Caecilius Metellus Balearicus, Lucius Caecilius Metellus Diadematus, Marcus Caecilius Metellus, Gaius Caecilius Metellus Caprarius, Caecilia Metella, born c. 170 BC, wife of Publius Cornelius Scipio Nasica Serapio. Caecilia Metellus, born c. 170 BC, wife of Gaius Servilius Facia. In popular culture, Metellus was played by Gordon Mitchell in the 1961 film The Centurion. Metellus Raising the Siege, a painting by Armand-Charles Caraffe, commemorates the legend of Metellus lifting the siege of Cento Brigia in 142 BC, in order to spare the lives of innocents. In text citation, Stockton 69.